My name is Ian and welcome to Planted, and in this video I'm going to give you a little comparison of all the fantastic growth that we had in the summer and how the garden now looks in deepest, darkest winter. I hope you follow along and I hope it inspires you to try again next year. Don't let the winter put you off. We're in the deepest, darkest depths of winter, and it's worth looking back at the beauty and luxuriant foliage that the hardy banana gave us. Here you see it after 3 or 4 frosts, very much beaten up and looking sad, but it's absolutely not dead. That'll get wrapped in a week or so and it'll come through the winter nicely. Here we are in the summer picking beautiful ripe figs on a south-facing wall, and here's that same plant devoid of all foliage and all fruits, but it'll come back next year and it'll look just fine. So this summer I did move things around and I tried to get a bit more ground cover and have things not quite so jungle-like. But I really wasn't very successful because I like my plants to grow. I don't like forever pruning them. Here you can see the Alstroemeria and the Salvia, and it was just spectacular. Huge growth, lots of flowers, lots of fragrance. But in December, which is where this video is being taken now, it's very easy to forget what that growth was like. And I want to do a little bit of a comparison. This is the beech hedge, having retained its foliage, which I actually quite like. It makes a nice rustling sound in the winter. Here's that same beech hedge in the springtime, having just put out its fresh green leaves. And I think it's absolutely knockout. But you have to remember that. This is the notorious wisteria that has been highly focused on in the planted courtyard, pruned back and ready to go through the winter. Doesn't look anywhere near as graceful as the plant in full leaf does, but it's ready for next year. Now the courtyard looks beaten up and battered. Some people might come along and try and mulch everything and prune everything. As I've said in previous videos, that's not my style. I don't mind letting plants grow. I will wrap them, but I don't overly manicure them. I'm not bringing in mulch, but I will bring in more leaves and get those leaves insulating the soil, which also helps feed it as the leaves break down. And it really is very, very good at getting the microbes to work and getting the soil life cycle ready for next year. So if you've got leaves in your planted area, please leave them there. You don't need to get out there and rake it and manicure it and have it looking beautiful to the detriment of plant growth next year. In front of me right now on this frame is the everlasting white sweet pea, which is now dormant. It's in the ground, very happy, very healthy, and that's ready for next year. In that greenhouse is burgeoning with plants. Obviously plants have grown this year, they're taking up more space, but that's okay because I know that they'll come back ready for next year. This will be a verdant paradise next springtime, and I've got my little recycled window cold frames doing their job. There's a few figs that will get put in the greenhouse at last moment. And just a few more little things to clarify with you. I have a wood burning stove and I like building up layers of leaves and wood ash, and that will absolutely help the soil improve as we go through the winter and into next year. Here's a close-up of my little cold frame. This plant inside is Edgeworthia, and you can see the silver flower buds are already set, ready for next year. And here's a little quick look at the dahlias that I dug up recently. They've dried out nicely. The growing medium around them is dried out, and they're still turgid, so I can happily wrap these up and store them for winter. Thank you for watching. Tell your friends, tell your family,